guys, welcome to Rockin' the Country. I'm Don, the guy who started this channel, as you know. Today I'm gonna have some fun with this one. I mentioned a while back that I was gonna do a video about some of the other reactors and reviewers and you know, personalities, let's put it that way, that I watch, that I enjoy, that I like. Because a couple years ago, I didn't even know reactions were a thing. And I think maybe the very first one I'd seen was Lost in Vegas. That's their name. And you'll see, I'm going to make some comments, but they're like the kings of reaction right now. But YouTube made a recommendation to me. You know, I was online, I was on YouTube, and there was a recommendation of these guys doing a reaction to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. And I'm like, holy cow, this is different. It's like two brothers, younger than I am, certainly, doing War Pigs. I'm like, this is interesting. So I watch it, and I was locked in from the get-go. These dudes were just good. And so anyhow, then once you watch a reaction video, then other videos get, you know, recommended to you. And so I started realizing, wow, this is like a thing. And that's sort of about a year later, I started my channel for, you know, the country music. So anyhow, I'm going to just go through some of these and tell you kind of like what I like about them. And I'll even have, you know, I do green screen, as you know. Well, some of you would know anyway, who know how, you know, setups and camera work goes. But I'm going to post some of their pictures behind me too. That took a little bit of work to get them, but I got them. So this is like my appreciation of them, because each brings like his or her, their own flavor, their taste, personality to the table, and I enjoy the heck out of it. So not all of these folks do country. In fact, some of them are like predominantly rap. And no offense, but I don't watch the rap reactions. That's just not my thing. Yeah, I grew up, you know, when rap first was coming out with the Fat Boys and Curtis Lowe and, you know, Run DMC and these guys. But now it's something different, and I like country. But some of them do, almost all of these do country reactions. Not exclusively. Some of them will just do like a couple Chris Stapleton songs or what have you, or do sub-requests. But almost all of them will do some country somewhere in there. So, and some do predominantly comedy and whatnot. But anyway, I'm just going to give you a run through here of the ones that I like. And this is in no particular order of favorites. I like each of these in their own, his or her, or their own right. Some of them are individuals, and some of them are, you know, it's a couple doing it, or, you know, two people doing it, you know. So, the first one I'm going to say is Frankensteins Lab. That's their name. It's two dudes. I think they're in Texas, right? They may be in Houston, because I know the one dude wears a Houston Rockets cap all the time. These guys do predominantly comedy. And they've got, gosh, how many subs do they? They've got 112,000 subs as of this, you know, as of this, it's not a reaction, as of this video, this commentary. These guys are hilarious. Like when I watch them like react to like Theo Von, or I mean, or Ali G, or I just died. Like I'm dying watching the two of them play off of one another. Let's see. Yeah, so that's kind of it. I mean, they've got, oh, and it's a potty mouth alert too. If you go to check these guys out, I have no problem with potty mouth. I have no problem hearing it. I modify how often I use it, because I could go over the top myself. So I really don't use it that much on my channel. But I think in potty mouth, for what that's worth. The next one, he doesn't do reactions. His name is Brendan Cavanaugh. And he is a really good piano player, and he goes and does videos like people's reactions to him playing piano, like at Heathrow Airport. He's a Brit, so I think he's in the UK. So he'll go to like train stations where they have a piano set up, And he'll wear like these different types of outfits, like he's a UPS driver or a construction worker. And then he'll start going on the piano and then like cranking it out, and he'll get these people watching him. And he's a really likable dude. And sometimes he'll get like passersby who know how to play the piano. They'll join in with him. So it's like a feel-good, high-energy type of thing. And I'm just mesmerized by that. And he's got 625,000 subscribers. So he's been at it for a little while, but he brings a lot to the table. I mean, he's just very watchable. And now the next one is Lost in Vegas. These fellas just, they're the kings of reactions. They work so well together. They're these two good-looking dudes, young, smart, open-minded, as they'll tell you. They're like, shout out to our free thinkers out there. And he's like, what's up, everybody? I'm Ryan, my man George. And they just get right into it. And they do a lot of stuff. I mean, they react to country, rap, rock, you know, just every, you know, R&B, that type of thing. And they're just, well, how many? They've got 792,000 subscribers as of the date of this. And I've been watching them grow. And I'm happy for their success. They deserve it. I mean, these guys, they're good. Sometimes you don't know what it is in life that makes chemistry work, but these two have it. and I'm happy for them. And another team, if you will, I don't know if they're married or not. I get the sense that they are. Anyway, but it's Ashtyn and John. And these two, they do a lot of reactions, most of which are donation-based. So, yeah, I'm not quite sure what their quote-unquote business model is and all that, but I know they work very well together, and they do everything. I mean, they'll do stuff on, like, the reactions to the history of Europe, or, you know, the television show The Office, or Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I mean, it's very eclectic, it's broad, it's all over the place. And they work really well together. They're funny to watch. And she has absolutely killer eyes. Her eyes are gorgeous. And he seems like a really good dude too. And they just work really, really well together. They're funny. They insult each other, but not like in a nasty way. It's in a knowing way. And let's see. Oh, and they have a cat, because the cat will show up on set once in a while. And they shoot like from a couch. She's always got a blanket over her. He does the intros and all that sort of stuff. But they're just fun to watch them. And I just find myself captivated when they're doing something. And they do a lot of stuff. So Ashtyn and John are a lot of fun. 148,000 subscribers too. So, you know, they've been knocking it out of the park for a while. So there it is for Ashtyn and John. Oh, the next one. Pink Metalhead is her name. And she has been like adorable from day one. She's got a smile, beautiful eyes, beautiful disposition, and the first one I'd seen of hers might have also been War Pigs by Black Sabbath. I'm not sure, but she reviews pretty much metal. Sometimes she'll do country, and I don't know. She gets emotional. She cries. She feels things deeply, and I appreciate the heck out of her. I just think she's just fun to watch. And she hasn't been making as many videos of late, but, you know, she'd been doing it for a long time as well. How many subscribers does she? 71,000 subscribers. So a lot of people like her, and I'm one of them. You know, she just has a beautiful way about her. Oh, the next boys, the KVOK. These guys in Oklahoma, and they posted on my channel. And they did a podcast and asked me if I would be on their podcast, which was an honor for me. Yeah, they had just started recently their YouTube channel maybe 6 weeks ago, and they're coming up on 500 subscribers now. And was it Dutch and Daryl? They go by that name, but I'm sure they'll leave comments on this video in the video. But if you get a chance, go check them out, because they know their stuff with country music, and they're having some fun with it. But it's the two of them, and you get a lot of content in a short, in a 10-minute video, and they're funny dudes. So they're on their way, and they're not pop country fans at all. They will slam it. I mean, I'm at least nice about it. They're not as nice as I am when they slam pop stuff, but they're Red Dirt Outlaw, Americana, old-time country fans, and there's a lot to be appreciated there. So, all right, next, I just discovered these guys about a month ago, and their screen name, or their channel name, is Anoma Treated Unfairly. I don't know where they came up with it. And I don't know how long they've been at it, but they're Indian, like not Native American Indian, like the country Indian. And I'm pretty sure, please forgive me if you ever see this, Anoma Treated Unfairly, but it's a man and a woman. I don't know if they're married or not, or what their deal is, but they start out with Namaste, and I, of course, being a yoga instructor myself, my teacher, Ranjita, grew up in India. I've learned so much from her that I, of course, have an appreciation for anyone who would start a reaction channel to mostly rock music with Namaste. I just love that. So what are my notes here? Yep. Yeah, they do mostly rock. And the dude on the channel, he knows his stuff. And frequently, the woman, I don't know their names or I would use them, but he just sits back and lets her hear a song for the first time. It could be Pink Floyd, it could be anything. And he won't comment if she's never heard it before. He just lets her comment, and then they comment afterwards. But he knows rock music better than I do, and I've been listening to it my whole life as well. So they're a lot of fun, and they have 13,000 subscribers. So, they're moving the needle a little bit themselves. All right, this next guy, Weboo Reacts. That's his name. I laugh every time I watch him, and he does music, not comedy. He does music, and he has this is a major potty mouth alert, but he uses it so well in my estimation that I'm crying. I'm laughing so hard. He's one of my favorites. Weboo, if you see this, my dog, you are absolutely one of my favorites. From day one when I first saw you, just like Lost in Vegas, those folks and Pink Mountain, you guys, you just have it. But Weboo, let's see. Your first one I saw was a couple years ago. All right, so Weboo loves guitar. So if somebody comes, like the Allman Brothers, if Dickie Betts comes in with some kind of guitar, Weboo just loses his mind, and it's a beautiful thing to see. But my favorite reaction of his was when he did Beth Hart and Joe Bonamassa doing their song. What was the song? Did I write it down? God, what was the name of it? Interview did it? I forgot the name of it, but it was, God, I'll think of it once I turn the camera off. Tremendous. And he loves Stevie Ray Vaughan, and just, he did Pink Floyd. Sometimes he'll do whole album reviews. And he runs into trouble getting blocked as well. I mean, we all do. We just don't know when we're going to get blocked for the most part. But anyhow, and he's got 134,000 subscribers, so he's moving the needle himself. So, but I just find myself loving what he says, but his facial expressions are just classic. All right. This is one of the first personalities on YouTube that I saw. Jenna Marbles is her name. And I think the first video of Jenna's I saw was 3 or 4 years ago. Blonde girl, the picture's up there, you'll see. And I didn't know the YouTube space very well. I hadn't been involved with it that much. I certainly didn't have my reaction channel. I only started mine a little over a year ago. So I'm watching her. I'm trying to get the lay of the land of how YouTube works, you know, moving away from television, regular television, and getting some entertainment out of YouTube. And it's lower tech, but it's designed for that. It's not supposed to be these $100,000 cameras and scripted and retakes and lighting and sound. But I'm watching her, and at first I'm like, God, is this like a ditzy chick? Like, what is she? What's her vibe? And by about the 5th video of hers that I watched, I said to myself, oh no, this girl is really smart. The way she structured her thoughts in the 5 or 6 or 8 minute videos, and her self-effacing comments, and her social and all this stuff. And maybe, I don't know, I've probably watched maybe 15 or 20 of her videos over the years. And at one point, I'm like, I've got to find out what her deal is, because to me, there was something that said, this person is really smart, like way smarter than you might think for somebody doing what she's doing. And sure enough, like, I think I saw on Wikipedia or somewhere that she's got her master's degree in sociology. And I just smiled. I said, I am right. This girl knows her stuff. And she's got over 19 million subscribers. She's one of like the top 10 YouTubers in YouTube land. So that will tell you something about Jenna Marbles. I don't know what her real name is. Maybe it is Jenna. But she's got a dog in the video half the time, and her boyfriend is involved, and she's just very creative. She keeps after it, and just very watchable, very funny. She's pretty. I mean, she's got like, you know, she just has it, you know. So let me see, is there anything else? Oh, she's very ballsy, and potty mouth alert, by the way, too. And it's not inappropriate, it isn't just for effect. It's just she weaves it in just as she speaks, and she's just very funny. I think, where is she, like up in Michigan or something like that? I think she's up north, I'm pretty sure. I'm north, but I think she's north of me. Yeah. Oh, India Reacts. This is another one. She reacts to music. I don't know if she's done comedy or not. She's fairly new. I think India's been around, what, maybe 6 months or a year or something. I just started noticing her a couple of months ago. And yeah, she reacts to rock, she'll react to country, but her personality is so beautiful, it should be bottled up somehow. It's just this sweet, even the opening song, if I'm remembering it correctly, it's just this beautiful, upbeat kind of melody. And then her personality is the same way, you know. And she says what she's thinking. She doesn't fluff up a song if she doesn't like it. She'll let you know, I don't like it. I don't like it, you know, but she's not rude. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, I made a note here that like her personality is so beautiful, it should be bottled up and sold or handed down as a family heirloom. So India, if you see this, my dear, that's what I think of you. And she'll also do rock and rap and all that stuff. So there, and she's got 13,000 subscribers as of the time of this. So she's also on her way up. And Vee Reacts. I think she's Latina, and she's got a cool rhythm. She likes to move, you know, her head back and forth. I can't do it quite like that, but she can do it. And I only discovered Vee Reacts a few months ago. And she's just got a good soul, just a good nature to her. And I respect what she says about songs. She'll go back. I mean, she'd probably do something to the Partridge Family as well as something to, like, you know, Eminem or Nas or somebody like that, you know. So she just runs the gamut and has a beautiful personality. She's not loud, and she finds the good in what she's watching. And I appreciate that, you know. And she'll do comedy and all that. And Vee Vee Reacts. I don't know what her full name is or real name is, but she's got 21,000 subscribers as of this right here. And just seems like a really nice, good-natured, smart person. All right. This one requires special attention because this dude is so cool and he's grown so quickly, and it's no Life Shaq. The dude just has it. And I don't know, ever since the first one I've seen of his, I don't know. And like, he'll look at the camera, it's like, bro, like, bro, it's like, but the way he says it brings you in like he's talking directly to you, to me. And he does, you know, he does mostly rap, but he'll do rock, he'll do some country, he'll do comedy. And he's a good-looking dude. He's a smart dude. And it's funny because when you're watching people do like reactions, depending on what they're wearing or how they're saying it, you might get the wrong impression. And the way I look at him, I don't know his real name, but Shaq. I mean, he just goes by Shaq, but his channel name is No Life Shaq. He reminds me, the thought popped into my head that it's like Larry Bird. Like, I remember Dr. J talking about Larry Bird, and Larry Bird was from French Lick, Indiana, and Dr. J said, for like, if you thought he was like, a lot of people might get the impression that he was just like this dumb hick from French Lick, and he said, if you thought that, you were going to get burned. He was going to beat you. And Larry Bird is in the Hall of Fame and all this stuff. Shaq reminds me, you could look at him and think a certain thing, but the dude is smart. He's funny. He's nice. He would be like if I grew up with him, I'm older than he is, but if I grew up with him, he and I would have gotten into trouble. Or maybe people would have been coming for us, I don't know, but we would have been causing trouble because, I mean, I could see that vibe. And I'll put this out there too. If I was president of the U.S., I would put him, I would create like chief of race relations, and I would put Shaq right on that committee, maybe heading that bad boy up, because this dude could get along with anybody. And yeah. And so the guys that lost in Vegas too, if you watch them enough, you pick up on that immediately, that they're cool with everybody. You know, if someone's cool, they're cool with you. It doesn't matter race, age, and anything like that. But Shaq, he'd be the president of the club, of my presidential committee. All right, oh, this other guy now. Wilde in with Marcus. He's a good dude. I really like his videos. He likes to laugh. He'll react to country, rap, rock, you name it. But he's not loud at all. And what's my other comment? Yeah, he does everything, and he appreciates his fans. I've watched him grow from like, I don't know, I probably picked up on Marcus at 8,000 subscribers about 6 months ago, and he's up to like 22,000 now. So he's growing, and I'm happy for him. Oh, we're narrowing. Oh, okay. I saved this one here pretty much for last. And she doesn't do reactions, but for anybody who is in the digital age, web-based space, you know, Instagram, anybody who's trying to market themselves or brand themselves or get subscribers for YouTube, whatever your deal is, SunnyLenarduzzi. That's how I say it. I imagine that's how you would say it. She just is it. And here's a combination. Phenomenally smart, incredibly articulate. She's got a palatable intensity about her. You don't feel like she's coming at you hard, but she's giving you a lot of information that is practical. So she doesn't talk over your head. She just has a really good social sense about her, and I don't mean in the you know, internet space. I mean interpersonally. she's a good teacher, put it that way. Like, to me, a good teacher is somebody who not only knows stuff, they don't see you as just a place to put information. A good teacher doesn't see you as just a storage house where they could put their ideas. They realize the challenges you might be having in the moment to what they're saying. So there's this like immediate symbiosis where she'll say something, but understand the challenges you might have in understanding how to apply it and address that. So it's very palatable. So she's not only really smart, she's not only really helpful and generous with the thoughtfulness that she puts into her videos, she's beautiful. She's like stunningly beautiful. So, you know, and let me see here. What does she have? 264,000 subscribers. And seriously, if anybody out there is thinking of doing anything with a YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything, she's got so many videos out there for you to learn from that guarantee it, you'll get some diamonds from every single one of those videos she puts out. It's like a Harvard education in 10 minutes or less generally. And I think I'd seen one of her videos or somewhere, I don't know where I saw this, but she, I think like Forbes magazine had her as one of the top, you know, YouTube personalities, and that doesn't even quite capture it, but she is one of the influencers. That's what they call them. She just knows what she's doing. So some people just have the whole package, and she does. So every so often I'll watch something of hers, and I just marvel. You know, it's like when you watch, you know, I grew up with Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, those guys. And I would just marvel at how these guys were so good at what they did. And you'd think through, what makes them that good? That's what SunnyLenarduzzi is to me when I see her. Just some people just have it, and they find their way in to the right space or a really good space that works for them and the people that they're impacting. So she's just got it, you know. And a great speaking voice. That helps. A lot of these folks that I'm talking about, the reactors, have beautiful speaking voice. India Reacts, Pink Metalhead. You know, that even when, and I won't say beautiful because he's a dude and that's just not how I speak about dudes, but you get a guy like No Life Shaq and even Lost in Vegas. They've got good speaking voices. So, and then this one makes me sad because it was only 2 days ago. Trey Narcisse, N-A-R-C-I-S-S-E, he does these fish out of water requests. And I've been following him for upwards of a year. And I think he's out of Philadelphia, so he's not far from me. And I went to click on one of his videos 2 days ago, and it came up that his channel was taken down because he had too many copyright complaints. But Trey did like 10 or 12 videos a day. He did rock, R&B, rap, comedy, and he just said what he was thinking. And he had good insight into musicality and lyrics, and even like some songs that I grew up with loving, and I know these songs inside and out. You know, Allman Brothers Whippin' Post. I remember listening to his comment, I think it was Whippin' Post, and he was like, dude, you shouldn't have stayed that long. And or something like that. And I'm like, damn, he's right. Like, I wanted to be mad at him for, you know, getting on a song that I grew up with and love. And I'm like, damn it, he's right. So I'm missing Trey. He's been, you know, off the airways for a couple days. So Trey, I did this because you could leave a comment in here if you want. I don't know if you're going to be able to come back with a different channel or if you're done. But I'm rooting for you, man. I appreciate you. So there it is. So those are the ones that I've got. Maybe in another 6 months or a year, I'll do another one of these. But these are the folks that I watch, I learn from, I see how they're doing stuff. And a lot of times, I just enjoy what they have to say about different songs. So there it is. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Check out my shirt. This is me. And someone, I had this made just for the fun of it like a week ago. And then a friend of mine gave this hat to me. It was a surprise. So I'm all rocking the country out. So there you go. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. I'll see you on another video, and we'll go from there. It'll be a reaction video, no doubt about it. All right, guys, have a great day.